And once again, welcome to my YouTube channel, Maths with Ease by Mr. Kamotho. And in this video, I want us to address a question on graph 7, actually example 1, of IGCSE 9-1 mathematics. And in this chapter, we would want to teach or explain how to solve equations, or rather simultaneous equations, graphically. And these simultaneous equations, they are nonlinear. In other words, they are not straight lines, because we are told that an accurately drawn graph can be used to solve equations that may be difficult to solve by other methods. And in this video, we are told draw a graph of y is equals to x squared. And by drawing a suitable straight line on the graph, solve the equation x squared minus x minus 3 rather is equals to 0. First of all, we need to plot the graph of y is equals to x squared. And because we do not have the range of x, let us just go to the graph y is equals to x squared. Let us see the x-axis, what it has. When x is, let's say, -1, -1 squared, those of you who would want to use calculators, we remember to say that into bracket, let's see, into bracket, -1, close the bracket, and then squared, and the answer is 1. So -1 squared is 1. All negative numbers, when they are squared, they become positive. So -1 squared, y is also 1. But of course, you see, this is -1 along the x-axis, and this is 5 along the y-axis. So by all means, we should be able to identify where does 1 lie here. And these are 10 squares. 10 squared, 5 divided by 10, 10 squares representing 5 units. 5 divided by 10, you get 1 square is representing a half. So for us to get a 1, we have to have 2 squares that way. And when x is -2, then we have +4, because x squared is +4. So we talk of 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we may not want to go further because we do not have -3. But when x is 0, y is 0, because 0 squared is 0. When x is 1, 1 squared is 1. When x is 2, again we have 4. But when x is 3, 3 squared is 9. So just before 10, 1 less, 10 less than 1, this is 10 minus 1, we have 9 there. And those are the points that we need to plot the graph of y is equals to x squared smoothly. And with freehand, let's see. This is our graph now. This is our graph. And you always name it y is equals to x squared. We have that graph. Now we are to solve the equation x squared minus x minus 3 is equals to 0. The best way to solve these equations is, first of all, to rewrite the two equations in such a way that the given equation is on top of the equation to be solved. And of course, we should be having solutions. How do we write them? How do we write the two equations? Let me just write them here. We start with 0, or rather, y is equals to x squared plus 0x, it has no x, plus 0x plus 0. It has no constant also. The equation that is going to be solved is this one. X squared minus x minus 3 is equals to 0. So we rewrite them in such a way that similar terms are in the same column. What do I mean by that? X squared and x squared are in the same column. We have x squared there. X and x are in the same column. We have minus x there. And then constant and this constant are in the same column. So we have a minus 3 there. What about the solution? 0. Y is equals to, so 0 is equals to. After we do that, the next thing we would have done is to balance the coefficient of x squared, because our objective here is to eliminate the x squared term. But since we have 1x squared and 1x squared, we are good to go. So how do we go about this? Then we subtract. If we are dealing with same signs, we subtract, because this is now simultaneous. We are solving the equation simultaneously. And what do we realize? Y minus 0 is y. X squared minus x squared is 0. 0x minus negative x. So minus negative becomes plus. This is x. And 0 minus negative 3 minus negative becomes now plus 3. So the equation that has emerged is the equation y is equals to x plus 3. And this is the equation that we need now to actually plot in this particular graph. How do we go about it? Even if we just took x here and y, tabulate it just a little bit, when x is minus 2 plus 3 is y is 1. When x is 0, 0 plus 3, y becomes 3. When x is, let's say 2, 2 plus 3, y becomes 5. And those are enough points to actually draw or plot this line in the same graph. Okay, let us now take these points and plot them on the graph. When x is negative 2, y is 1. We realize that y is 1. When x is 0, y is 3. And where is 3? This is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. Y is 3. When x is, let's say, 2, y is 5. Where is 5? This is 5. So what do we do now that we have those points? The next step is draw a very good straight line. Draw a very good straight line, because now we are sure that the graph that we have come up with is a straight line graph. And there we go. Let us come up with a graph. And of course, every time we draw a graph, we name it. Y is equals to x plus 3. There we go. So with that, at least we can now identify the points of intersection. We can identify the point of intersection. The point of intersection, those are the values of x for the two simultaneous equations. And we just identify this particular point of intersection. This is negative 1, 2, 3. This is negative 1.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, because this is negative 2. So what we are having here is negative 1.3. That is one value of x. And what are we having here? Let us see. This is another point of intersection of the two lines. What are we having there? 2.1, 2.2, 2.3. We are having 2.3. So the solutions of the two simultaneous equations, we can write them. How do we solve them? Now, let us go back to the question. The question is, draw a graph of y is equals to x squared, and by drawing a suitable straight line on the graph, solve the equation x squared minus x minus 3 is equals to 0. We have done everything, and we have actually gotten the point of intersections, and we can clearly say that our solutions are on the graph. What are our solutions now? X is equals to negative 1.3 or x is equals to 2.3. Those are the solutions to that particular question. Thank you. This is a topic that we are going to learn starting now. So share, of course, subscribe, and let us meet in the next video. Thank you.